Okay, so listen, we've wanted to do a video on Brasada for quite a while now. And the funny thing is that they didn't really want to let us. I don't know, maybe something about coming in with a camera crew and, you know, talking the place up. Maybe it was distracting. I don't know. I mean, these days, most people want some sort of a social media person to come in and kind of talk highly about their product or service or destination resort, but we found a loophole. You see, recently Shannon and I celebrated our 18th wedding anniversary, and as a treat to ourselves, we got to stay out at Brasada for the weekend. And so as such, you know, we kind of popped out our cell phones and we got some raw footage, kind of guerrilla style, if you know what I mean. So for the most part, this video is presented to you by me here at this studio, and of course the footage that we happened to snag off our phone while staying at Brasada as actual guests of the resort. So here we go. So, if you were unaware, Brasada Ranch is a destination resort located about 20 minutes east of Bend, up in the high desert of Powell Butte. And because it's perched up on Powell Butte, facing back towards the west, we'll just start off by saying that Brasada Ranch has some of the most amazing views ever. And now that we've established the views, let's move on. Let's cut straight to the chase. There's an element to Central Oregon that's very deserty, very rugged, very Western. I mean, seriously Western. You know, just look at one of your favorite Western movies from way back when and look in the background. It's just, well, this. And now that it's 2023, most of that old Western nostalgia is kind of gone, but not at Brasada. One of the most unique aspects of Brasada is that they've really leaned into that Western vibe. You don't see that at Eagle Crest or Sun River or even at Pronghorn/Juniper Preserve, which is really actually just down the street. It has the same kind of juniper desert feel, just doesn't have the same aesthetic within the community, you know? Just take a look around at the local building designs, the color schemes, rough cut siding is prevalent here. And then of course, the clubhouse, the general store, everything has an old Western vibe. And yes, funny you should be thinking that, you can go horseback riding here. So the resort itself is its own thing. We'll come back and talk about that later, but first things first, let's talk about the homes in here. Brasada's up to, gosh, I want to say 14 phases now, maybe more, but anyway, it's a lot. And for a long time, the homes were all basically just surrounding the golf course, kind of on that western slope. But now they've got all kinds of different phases and areas where they're building, still to this day. Did you know that Brasada is nearly 1,800 acres, with half of it that is actually protected from any kind of development? It will be left untouched. And what is also interesting is that a bunch of that nature area is kind of weaves through the neighborhood and backs up to a lot of those lots. So in many cases, even though you may have a half acre to an acre or even 2 acre lot size, you may not have anybody even closer to you than that because there won't be anybody behind you. A lot of times it's either, you know, lots back up to either that natural kind of green space behind you, or it's backed up to, you know, a golf course, you know. Which, I mean, like, how can you even lose, right? So yes, most of the lots here are somewhere between about a half acre to up to around 2 acres-ish. Now, the way that this has worked in the past is, how should I say this? This is a buy a lot and bring your own builder type development. Because Brasada doesn't actually build the homes themselves. However, they do have a list of preferred builders that they like working with because they already kind of know the rules and restrictions. But also understand that a lot of the lots have already been built upon because Brasada opened back in 2005, which is funny because it doesn't seem like it was that long ago, but time flies nowadays. So there are resales that pop up, and now there are also builders in there building spec homes. So you don't just have to buy a lot directly from Brasada, although I believe you can because there's some new phases that they're opening up. But you can buy resales, you can buy spec homes, and you can buy other lots that are also being flipped and resold themselves. Now there are a few different areas of Brasada with their own kind of different rules and regulations on what kind of homes and whatnot you can build there. I'm not going to touch that for right now, but I just want you to know that there are some different areas that do have different guidelines. Now, I've already mentioned this before, but the best thing about the homes in Brasada, and Brasada in general, and this is my personal opinion, is just that Western vibe that it has. I really dig it. So as you walk around in Brasada, you're gonna notice that not only are the homes very natural looking, but a lot of the colors are either gonna be natural wood, a stained color, or even in the case that I just said, if it is some sort of a color, it's more of a stained tint kind of wash. So it's not just a paint, it's more of a translucent kind of thing there. Point is, every home out here has this natural element to it. Rough cut siding, natural wood colors. Even the landscape is, requirements are set up in zones so that the further you get away from the house, the more natural it has to be. Roof lines have to be no taller than 27 feet high, and the minimum size for the majority of the homes in the kind of the main area there that I'm referring to, the minimum size is 2,000 square feet. There are a ton of design requirements, so if you are thinking of building, you can find them at the Brasada Ranch real estate website. Yeah, I glanced at them. So what? I will also say real quick that I've heard on good authority that they are getting ready to open a new phase that will actually allow new, more modern home designs. Again, not my fave. I'm sure that they will look sick, and I do really enjoy modern design homes in general, but I also just happen to like that more rustic vibe that Brasada currently offers. Okay, so the houses themselves are kind of hard to showcase because Brasada is a private resort. But you have to trust me because I've been in a bunch of them and we've sold homes in Brasada in the past. Gosh, the homes in there are incredible. Just about every one of them has some sort of great mountain view, and the rest have truly incredible, stunning, amazing mountain views. There is so much more to Brasada than just the homes. First of all, it's a resort, so there are visitors. In fact, you could yourself buy into their fleet of 65 family-friendly cabins. You can buy them as a second home or a vacation home. In fact, they're deed restricted to where you have to have them in the pool to be rented. There's also lodging for visitors at the ranch house, which is kind of the hub of Brasada. The ranch house features private room rentals on the, let's see, 3rd floor and the 1st floor, with the ranch house full service restaurant being there on that 2nd/main floor. But they don't stop there. The range is a very high-end restaurant, full service restaurant as well. It's just a stone's throw away, and it features some really amazing dishes for that perfect special occasion. Gosh, we still haven't talked about much really. Man, there's the pools, plural. There's an indoor pool, there's an outdoor pool, water slides, a lazy river, hot tubs, saunas. There's even a private pool for golf members only that's complete with its own like food service. And we haven't even talked about the golf yet. There's a state-of-the-art fitness center. There's a kids like hangout room called the Hideaway. It's complete with, video games and, Pop-A-Shot and just all kinds of activities and games for kids to do in there. I mean, I don't know why they would ever leave the water slide, but they've got that as well. There's pickleball, there's tennis, and yeah, they have this little known golf course. Brasada Canyon Golf is an 18-hole course that is regarded and nicknamed the 18 best views in all of Bend. Because, every one of them is just... Oh, it's also in the top 15 courses in Oregon, period. So there's that. Okay, I'm tired. A couple more things we gotta mention. There's a spa at Brasada. So if you're looking for a facial, a pedicure, a lemongrass mimosa body scrub, I don't even know what that really is, or a nice, relaxing, deep tissue massage, they've got you covered there too. Oh yeah, and I mentioned this in the beginning, to fully round out and complete that true Western rustic vibe, they do have an equine center where you can bring and board your horses. I think you can board your horses there. And if you're not a horse owner, there are trail rides that you can enjoy. Shannon and I did just the 1 hour kind of ride while we were there, but we've heard that they have an amazing 2-hour sunset ride, which will take you all the way up to Spirit Rock, and apparently it's incredible, sounds incredible. So we'll probably be heading back out there to check that one out. Gosh, friends, I'm tapped out. I don't even really think we got into everything. Brasada is an incredible place, and I truly mean that. It's actually better than I thought. I've been out there a bunch of times, but after actually spending a weekend there, partaking in all of the activities, it's a really, really, really fantastic place. It's quiet, it's peaceful, it's scenic. The sunrises and sunsets just inspire, and the mountain views just become your best friend. Thank you for following along on our journey here today. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell notification. We'd love to have you along as we tour Central Oregon. I don't know how much more I can impress upon you. That's important. As we normally do, of course, if you or someone you know is looking to buy or sell real estate here in Central Oregon, my team and I would love to be your real estate resource of choice. You can reach out to us at our website, krommrealestate.com, or you can just stalk us down below in the description of this video, where you'll probably find our phone number and our email and stuff like that. Thanks everyone, and we will see you next week. Oh, and don't forget to smash the like button and leave a comment and stuff like that. We'll see you, bye. Whew, that was a long one. Felt like it. I struggled through a lot of that. Or a nice, relaxing, deep tissue massage. Stop making quiet. And the mountain views. Lemongrass mimosa, can't even say it. Lemongrass mimosa salt scrub. Let's cut straight to the chase. I've got to get this together.